Hi Aries, if you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, my name is Steph. I'm a little under the weather, so I apologize for the stuffy sounds. I've made an ink blot in your name and essence if you'd like to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Arians as well, we'll add on tarot and oracle, and we have ghost tube here kicking for any audio additions that may further inspire or irritate. Please do receive or release freely, of course. Arians, I'm going to open up. You're welcome to join me, or you can fast forward through, whatever feels good to you. Taking a nice big breath. Closing the eyes. Cleansing the palette of perception. Releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of the Aryan Collective. Aries, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights, and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. The aura of early January. We're here. All right, let's go. All right, Arians, you know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, feel well to comment below or keep to yourself alike. We have some cards in a room that came out in the pre-shuffle. We'll get to those in a momento. Okay, I feel very delicate. I feel very delicate in your ink blot. Okay, so I believe it was Gemini's as well, if that means anything to you, but all blots are my babies. I adore them. However, every so often there's an ink blot that just stands out. Gemini's was one of them, and yours is one of them. I can't put my finger on it, but just sometimes there's like a whole story that I may never see, but it just pleases me in a different way. It's very interesting. So for whatever reason, hopefully you can sense that as well. I just feel like there's something special in the air or in your aura. There's this peace, delicacy, perhaps even a state of peace that you're feeling or sensing, but that's not to say it hasn't been without work. You know, it's like seeing one of those flowers, the bleeding heart flowers, you know, or any sort of flower that kind of has like that drip, or even a willow tree. But there's something so beautiful about it that they just kind of hang with grace. Hang with grace. Maybe you're hanging out. I don't know. It feels lovely. Okay, I'm going to dig in here. I feel like I've been thinking about something. I'm seeing like the thinker pose. I also feel like I am, what is one of those things? Give me a moment here. It balances like on a mantle or something like that, where you'd hang a stocking or something else, or maybe a decoration, and it balances. That's what I'm seeing. Anything. So something about like that balance point, or even like if you're hanging a picture with one of those things. Anyway, it's not the point. It's like I'm able to. I'm using gravity to my advantage. There's something I'm using to my advantage. That's what it feels like. It's maybe something I didn't see before, maybe something I've been cultivating. I'm seeing a pepper, like a yellow pepper, yellow or green pepper. So it could be working in the heart space and the solar plexus.
Susan.
These dragonflies. I think they're dragonflies. Okay. In here, there's a conversation. I'm seeing this as like the sea. And it's bringing me into Jack Johnson, the album. I think it's called To the Sea, Jack Johnson. So I'm seeing this as the sea. There's a sea turtle. And this sea turtle is talking to this land bear. Land bear. But something like this bear. Sorry, give me a moment. Is it a bear? I see it as a bear, but it has a tail of something. A tail. It has a story. It's not tail, it's tail. Okay, I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to keep going.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining us. We're here for Aries. Okay, sorry, well, that's what I'm going to do. So as I'm wandering into, okay, well, the way I'm seeing it is shadow bamboo. And then I want to come into your card, your angel number 1.
Fool.
You are a self-starter with very innovative ways of creating opportunity. Your determination and endurance are powerful and will help you get through times and reach success. I am innovative. And even with the ghost tube, they're saying fool. I heard it like the tarot, the fool. Like a fool, like a fool. Is this the tail? Innovating a new tail? Because then you have here new directions. Kind of like the bleeding heart, but it's not the bleeding heart. Sending out a wish. Pieces of it. And then it seeds more. In the wind. Okay. So in the wind and the water. I feel like I've traveled. Give me a moment here, Arians. There's like this weird adventure. It's not weird. I mean, it's very normal. It's like taking me on a dream adventure. And I'm sailing. It's like I can see the ship and like one of those. Oh.
No thanks.
It's not a compass, but it's. Forgive me, my mind doesn't always work here. You know what I'm talking about. It's like one of those math things. But I think it's also like ship sailing oriented. But see this person right here? It's like I'm sailing and I've been keeping an eye on some sort of direction. My higher self has been keeping an eye out for me on like the mast or the staff of this. It's almost like the world's... Okay. There's also a person here, and right here in this spot of connection, it's as though they are holding their hand out. This could be my shadow even, or a different archetype of the self, or maybe something that you're working on, because you also have down here birth and guarded vigilantly. Anyway, sorry. So in that moment, I'm seeing the point of connection that I'm holding, that character, little girl, little boy, doesn't matter if it's a child per se, it could be inner child, but I think it's also just a part of me that's growing and is seeking or looking for adventure. And it's that point that it's being held. And it's almost like this balancing act, but it's pretty steady. It's pretty steady. It's actually quite incredible. When I come up here to the higher self that's keeping it out, I also see a poodle. And like when I bring it to a poodle, poodles are like fiercely loyal. Like they, or at least from the poodles that I've had before in the past. Like they like their owners. They're not many people kind of dogs, or not all, of course, but they tend to be very loyal to their point person, and they can be quite fierce otherwise.
How do you feel?
Also territorial. There's an umbrella here, but it's umbrella that's one of those things for a fire. There's work being done on some sort of staff in this this ship. I have help. I've had lots of help. I feel like I'm honoring that. I feel like I'm honoring the amount of help I've had. Fingers pose on where I'm going to go for it. I also feel like I'm in an immense state of gratitude. I think it's Beaker from the Muppets. I think there's been a few times somewhere along the ways, or there might be something going on right now in a vein of where I could be going, where I'm thinking about going. And it's almost like I get a little bit like, I don't know. But what I have over here is what you want wants you. And new birth guarded vigilantly. This is lovely. This is lovely. Okay, thank you.
Back off.
Right in here. I love it when the ghost box is so scrappy. It's so funny. Okay, so I'm talking about like the shadow aspect, and in this card, it's all very gray. But there's a butterfly right there, and I want to place the butterfly right in here. It's like something's been moving from deep internal reflection of this water, like the sea of what I see, the sea of what I see, and then it's lightening up to work with the wind. Like the sail there, and it's like there's this even like with the new directions, it's like as I send these wishes out with my words, it's almost like I can't lie to myself,
Joseph,
or gaslight myself, because I know there's like I feel like I've gone through a lot, and I don't necessarily mean to say like a lot, but maybe you have been through a lot.
I can't.
I just know I can't lie to myself. I really want whatever I'm sending out to be of the purest intention possible to my current point of conception, so that as I'm birthing something, I am whatever this is and embodying it, because I know it's going to come back to me. What it wants, right? What you want wants you. So whether it's I'm sending things out like a call and it's being attracted in, maybe you're working with manifestation or law of attraction, or even just the purifying your magic of what I'm growing, and you're innovating something different. There's something different. And I know that's not maybe necessarily profound to say, but I gotta say it kind of feels profound. It does. It's like if I don't really want something, I'm finally at a place where, not finally, but kind of finally at a place where I'm like, I'm not, it's not even about trying to be nice or not mean. It's just being true, saying, thank you, but that's not for me right now. Or if there's something I want to do, but I know that my sights are kind of set on something else. It's like, I love that. Not right now. It's not I can't. It's just not right now. Does that make sense? I hope this makes sense to somebody. It feels like it makes immense sense, and it's profound, but it's almost in this being very protective and territorial over even the tales I'm telling myself. And when I'm out on adventures, I'm also seeing a panther. Sorry, when I'm out on these adventures,
Love.
whatever I'm sailing towards, it's almost like an experiment, but with all these different creatures and stuff that help me, how do I say, that help me see the track that I'm on. It's like they all have all these messages. I feel like I'm in a storybook, and the creatures can talk. The dogs talk. The peppers
Qualified.
talk. Sorry, cell phone. Yeah, see, cell phone. Things are talking, message, polish your communication skills. Possibly this is something that you have been doing, even with, again, I don't want to sound so harsh, like I'm not lying to myself or gaslighting myself, but I think sometimes human nature in one way, shape, or form, we kind of try and blur things over so that you know, it's like something could be a good idea and you don't want to be the douche and say no, but at the same time you're like, but no. It's not because it's a good idea or a bad idea.
Sagittarius.
It's just not for you, maybe. You have your baby. Reconnect with your innocence. See, but you're birthing something. There also might be some Arians that are getting preggers, adopting, surrogacy. Congratulations. You've been guarding this process, and yeah, okay. Box, reveal your secret power. And then you also have the lion over here. Okay, so I will bring these up for you so you can see, sense, and feel for yourself. And you know the drill. Follow your own intuition first versus my yammerings, but I appreciate the space being held. As well, if you haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe, Arians. I appreciate you and you warm my haunted heart, so thank you. All right, and then you have here the lion. I will read you the lion while you're... There we go. The lion spirit brings dignity, courage, power, and balance. Lions lead with a loving heart and defend fiercely, confident in their birthright of power. Your lion spirit can help you to learn to hold your head high, stand tall, and have faith even in times of discord. And then I kind of want to come back down to your angel number of 1. Help you get through rough times. So maybe you've been through something rough. A lot of defense, like even with the poodle and with the lion, defending, confident in your birthright, birth. We've had baby here, new birth, guarded vigilantly. Reconnect with your innocence. We've also talked about that, whether it was the youth or inner child, this, that, or the other. It's like I'm communicating with that. Something about this box too. I'm going to bring it down here. Reveal your secret power. There might be a lot of root healing going on.
This is strange.
And this is, well, absolutely it's strange, but that's what makes it so wonderful. Okay, let's look at more about this box here for a second. Do you know what it's reminding me of? It's reminding me of, it's that book that I have. What is it called? The Artist's Way. The Artist's Way. In whatever kind of art form, you don't have to be a traditional artist with paint or whatnot. 3 of Cups. Yeah. Okay, so there's like I think it's a nurse. You and a sibling. You might have 2 siblings or you plus a sibling. Something about the mother's line as well. 3 of Cups, if that means anything to you, please follow that. And the 10 of Pentacles. There's that family again. Something about family. There might have even been like a family secret or something that you've come to know about the family line or the power. Also, you could be looking to communicate to people who are also your family. Does that make sense? Also your family. Where you would have to use a device, like maybe there's somebody that lives afar or remotely, whatever the case may be. Yeah,
it's not for
either you moved or they moved, or there's just something remote about it. Could be a family member, of course, and then you have the Fool here on the bottom. This is a whole adventure, like definitely Alice in Wonderland kind of vibes, or, you know, pick any sort of fairy tale that feels good. You have lots of options, but you're drilling them down through this adventure. It's like, okay, thank you. So see how when I was talking about the sailing thing of it, whatever it's called, for directions on the water, it's being guided by the stars. It's like picking a star and following that, and then I take lead, my own lead towards that.
Later.
Sometimes I feel indecisive about something. So I kind of have to, what it feels like is go into a meditative state, or I close my eyes from different influences could also be family again, or from your siblings, from friends, people that you are connected to, karmically connected to. There's also somebody or something you are deconnecting to. I don't know how else. I don't know why it can't come out. It's like the contract's done, but now you have to actually unconnect. Oh my goodness, my words are all over the place today, but there it is. King of Pentacles. Is there anything else for Arians before we... See, there's that yellow and that green. There's also a very large billed bird. Billed? Yes. Billed bird. And they have like really, really long legs. So I don't quite know what kind of bird it is. Something about how I'm talking to myself in spirit. Spirit of your spirit guides, afterlife, anyone in the afterlife. Spirit of creation, of all that is. So there's a lot of stuff about sea of the water, seeing with my eyes, seeing with my energy, and seeing my thoughts come into forms. What I say what I see what I say type thing. I hope this makes some sort of sense. I apologize if I left the camera on over here and I didn't even realize. That's what happened, sorry. Thank you. Thank you as I'm on my recovery. Well, I sound worse than it is. It's just the way. King of Pentacles. There also could be something about... Okay, there's definitely something about the family line. Even if you're adopted and it's just knowing your lineage of things that have been given to you. Now I'm seeing things as a gift. This is where I feel like I'm very grateful. Even if I'm not close to my parents or the traditional parental guardian figures, I don't mind. I'm realizing now everyone's free. Even all the lies maybe I've told myself or whatever the case is. And I don't want that to sound so nasty. Hopefully you know what I mean by that. Just the things I've told myself. I feel like I've said it to be kinder to someone else other than myself. So there's a kindness that maybe was, implied as a selflessness, but I feel like I really did a disservice now that I see that. And then other things that I thought were a disservice to me are really stuck in my craw. I feel as though I have this compassion for them. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I see it. I may not have the words to explain it, but I'm no longer carrying it emotionally in the seas. Like it's no longer able to rock my waters type thing. Yeah, very calm. Somebody also might be going on like a trip or a cruise or something like that. All right, Arians. Let's see if there's anything else we see, sense, and feel before we let go here.
Helen.
Hello, Helen. Okay, I'm seeing a sloth. Something's been slow and steady, but it's nestled in this flower. Like I feel like this is this connection up here, whether it's you and a partner, if you're looking for a partner, you and your partner, you and your heart, whatever the case may be, whatever you're growing is golden. Aspects of the self, this, that, or the other, it's golden. And it see, it's so golden. Whatever it is that you're growing in your own garden, it's rooted. You've been able to set down some sort of roots with what you call family. It's like some people move towards things, other people move away from things. But that's kind of the harmony. Whatever the focus is, essentially it's one, they're both existing. By moving towards something, you are moving away from something. And by moving away from something, you inherently are moving towards something. But it's like wherever the focus was or is, that's what anchors you to what you're growing. The start. I'm telling you have so many stars here. There's some sort of navigation with the stars. It's like having a kid's story that takes you on this adventure and tells the letter. Yeah, see, maybe you're journaling, maybe you're capturing your adventures as your awareness, like you're capturing it somehow. Maybe even also with a how do you say, camera or something like that. Like sleepy time stories. Something about for the future generations as well. I can see the beauty even in the things that I'm letting go. It's like once you harvest the garden and you cut the flowers or pull the vegetables, that process of cutting them off from their umbilical cord, from their lifeline of nutrients, there's a state of gratitude in that again. And even though that I may take that vegetable or that flower from its bed, from its mother bed, that yes, you may have nurtured and you might have, put nutrients in and all that. Even you, it's like there's no sense of entitlement that I get to pick and consume that. It feels just very harmonious again with these, because it's like everything has this consciousness that I'm aware of. As I walk past the rocks, as I go past the trees, even cars and stuff, like I see everything as a story, and it's there. Life is a story for me. It's the background for me. And I'm not saying this in a selfish way, because that's not how it's feeling. Again, I probably am not doing it any justice. But Aries, this is how it feels like even with the lion. It's like I get to lead that. Why wouldn't I see it that way? Why wouldn't I see it that way? This is my life and I want to love it. And I do love it. And that means sometimes letting go through the sickle so I can grow other things.
Prison.
It's also knowing when to put my anchor down and commit to someone, some things, and also when to draw the anchor up and sail on. Writing a letter of hellos, writing letters of goodbyes, writing letters to myself, to my inner child, to my higher self. And like even like in the storybook with the mice, I'm not seeing these mice as like rodents. It's again, I kind of want to come back to that. Any part that I was seeing as like a rodent, I realized they're just like, it's like Cinderella or anything else. These little creatures, symbolically speaking, are working to my favor. They bring me little messages and making these little offerings. Arians, I'm going to leave this here. I hope this did serve and support. I'm sorry if I yammered on, but I do hope that this inspired in some way, shape, or form. If you haven't already, please do give it a like, share, and subscribe. You know the drill as well. I will see you later on in January, and we will flip this for more perspective possibilities. So until then, Arians, thank you for being you. See you next time. Anything else? Closing out messages for Arians. No ghost tube. We're done. Thank you.